to another video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing a moment of profoundness in my life, which happened to be yesterday. Now you see, yesterday, for most that do not know, yesterday was the crucifixion of Christ, which means yesterday was Sabbath, and I attended Mass for the very first time in my life. And I did so by stepping into a Catholic church, wherein the Catholic Church is a symbol that in order to find your salvation, you must remain within your suffering. Which is why the Catholic Church has not taken Christ down from the cross. Whereas now when you look at the Christian Church, you then see they have taken Jesus off the cross, because the difference in between the two worships of Christ, in the Catholic Church it is believed in your suffering is where you will find your salvation, whereas in the Christian Church it is in your rebirth that which you find your salvation. But let's enter the experience of the church. I entered a church that was built by my grandfather, Patrick Burns. He himself used to attend this church. And in this church, I began to see that one particular thing about church is a church is a place of light, which means it is in the light that God reveals himself, where Christ reveals himself. And now as you see the large window murals of stained glass, if I may teach you now in your prayer, I would like for you to learn how to find Christ in the light of the cathedral. At any particular point where you see a cross in the taint or the stained glass mural, pick the dead center of that cross in the mural, and now just stare at it. Just stare and stare and stare at it without blinking. And you will see, surely enough, that Christ will reveal himself to you. And you will see Christ. Because that is what happened to me yesterday. I encountered God a long time ago. But for the very first time in my life yesterday, after entering a church for the first time in my life to pray to God, I saw Christ for the very first time in my life, and he made himself present. And I found a beauty in that, because the moment he made himself present to me, I felt the, you could say, energy in the room shift, and you could see then the light shine brighter. And anytime an individual felt doubt in their soul, you would see the light in the church dim. Because that is what is the church. It is a place where you earn your fundamental values to uphold the strength of your spirit. Now, I am not here to speak to those that do not share a faith. I am not here to speak to those and preach to you. I am simply making it known that in a church is a lot of beauty. And it is not about finding God outside of yourself at that particular point. It's simply about finding God within yourself. Because as below, so above. And as above, so below. As outside is within, and as within is outside. And the moment you discover Christ in yourself, you begin to live the story of your life. Thank you.